Alright, everybody, we're back in our Frozen Earth playthrough. Well, or the Frostbitten Realms, that's what I'm calling this playthrough. This is, again, right after the second episode there, so this is episode number 3. And just as a reminder, I'm recording all 3 of these at the same time, basically one right after the other, because I'm going on a family vacation, so I won't be able to spread it out like I normally do. So I will get to your comments when you leave them and whatnot. But we're going to put our character to bed real quick, and then we're going to pick up in the morning because I've added the Arctic Survival mod between episode 2 and 3 because I've realized we don't have access to clay or reed or vines, which is going to make things like rope difficult. So we're going to have to solve that. Man, you're just burning through food right now trying to stay fed. We're going to have to do some more hunting today. There we go. The other thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find clay now. Because that's one of the things the Arctic Survival mod does. It makes it so clay can spawn in these Arctic environments as well as cattails. Now, it's still not like everything. Like, it still might be a little cold out for them, even in this. Like, it's still too cold for these dwarf pines. I think that's because I've set it to perpetual winter in addition to being a Snowball Earth playthrough. So that was a bit of, yeah, I think, messed up in my initial creation of this world here. So let's check our map. Probably going to need to go to places we haven't been yet, so that's going to be like over here, up there. So let's head in that direction, and we'll do some hunting and things as we travel. See if we can't find some stuff. Because I also think what we might do long term is move a bit farther south, because I also did not change my spawn from the normal spawn. Oh my goodness, I just found something I've been looking for. Alright. So this is those tree hollows I was talking about, like the little raccoon hollows or whatever you can find. I'm going to mark that on the map here. Where's my... What is it? Control M? Yes. Nope. Escape. Shift M? Nope. Let me just go to my mod settings here. Mod settings. Let's see here. Where is my... auto. Okay, that's not it. Let's see here. Settings, controls, X skills, hotbar, switch. Interesting. Minimap. Where's my pause HUD? Again, chat, full screen, control shift in. Control shift in. There we go. Okay. I think it's going to be under miscellaneous. Actually, we'll turn that on. Maybe turn on saltpeter too. Traders. Yep, that's all good. Deep ores. Yep. H2. Don't care yet. Okay. Surface ores. Sure, why not? Yep, yes. Flora. Okay, I may not have this turned on here. Alright, that's fine. So what we will do then is we're just going to add a little marker right here. Do it this way. And we'll go tree. Go. Go. And then the reason these are important is so we can right click on it. And there's a cabbage seed. And a carrot seed. So we got our first seeds. Look at that. They won't grow in this weather, though. So we're going to have to store those for later. But, yeah, it's one of the things I was looking for right there. Because that's going to be one of our ways of getting different seeds and things, basically. As part of the reason I had those turned on, because you can get seeds and all kinds of stuff from them. But let's keep going this way. We're also going to keep an eye out for more of those, because obviously, you know, long run, seeds are going to be very important. So we're going to be grabbing grass as we go along here, because we need grass. I do have some warm clothing on myself in the game that I was able to get. That grass is too short to harvest. Okay. Let's see here. I was kind of hoping that some of these berries that we've got around here would be gatherable, but the problem we've got right now is I think with me setting it to like permanent winter in the game instead of having seasons, it's too cold though, even though it's like springtime in the game. What do we have here? Got some more borax. Oh, that's good. That's borax here. We got some flint over here too. Oh. And we'll take the resin for now too, just because resin could be good to have. Go. And I'm going to take some of these. And while this is not the best hat, it is better than no hat, which will increase our temperature a little bit. Yeah, what's this over here? There's more heather. More heather. I'm going to look for a small pine tree to cut down here real quick. Like this one. Oh, it's muskox. Okay, I was like, okay, what did I just hear? It's an ox. Alright. I'm gonna have to make another axe anyway, so we could go ahead and knock down this tree as well. Just so we have a little bit of firewood to carry with us. Alright. Oh, we had some firewood to carry with us, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get a new axe raid. Axe. I'd be tempted to hunt that ox, but I'd rather capture one, because I think they're tameable. Go, axe. I didn't bring my bones with me, so we're just going to have to use a regular stick. It's fine. Let's grab one of these. It's here. Gotta go here. 2, 3, 4. Go, and I brought my torch. Always have your handy dandy torch for lighting your fires. There we go. Torch. And we can always eat these pine cones if we need to. I'm gonna finish cutting down this tree. Grab a little bit more rice, or grass here. Not rice. Ah, man. Okay, how are we doing? Temperature-wise, we're warming up, which is good. It'll take a little while for our cold debuffs to go away. Alright, I'm just taking a little drink of water right there. Now, there's some land over there, so we might be able to go over there and get some cattails. Outside temperature is pretty cold right now. Let that burn for a bit. Get some more resin over there. This is fantastic. So our body temperature is almost back up to 99, which is kind of where it caps out at. We've got full health for the moment. A little low on food. It's okay. Alright, good enough. What's this? This is a large tree. Okay. Here we go. What do we have here? Oh, we got some dwarf pines. What did I just do? Can't be planted while still green. That's what I meant to do. Okay. Alright. Okay. Flowering, flowering. Right. Too cold to flower. Right. Because I'm going to take these dwarf pines here. There we go. We're going to just take those with us. Huh. So I can just like come through and cut some extra. Because if I can get, like, a warm enough spot... There goes that knife. Well, we'll come back and get some more here in the future. But those dwarf pines are producing food that we can use. Actually, I should actually go ahead and make a knife right now while I'm thinking about it. I hear penguins. Yep. Knife. Note. Perfect. There. Okay. What kind of penguins am I hearing here? There they are. Oh, they're out in the water too. And let's see here. What do we have here? We have some more flint. What kind of penguins are you guys? You daddy penguins? Yeah, okay, I'm leaving penguins. Got it. They're very loud. Doing this to grab some more stuff to make some more. I'm probably chase them if you think the penguins will sometimes attack you. Alright. See if we can't get a little more of these branches here, or the canes, I think is what they're called. If I can get enough canes, I can make another basket just to carry around with me. Which is kind of what I wanted. I'm also going to stop making new fire here in a second. There's one problem with our current gear setup and the current settings, so that's part of the reason I'm going to have to move further south, I think. Come on. Just need a few more pieces of cane. Yep, yeah, that's enough. Because what we're going to do is we're going to make use of the carry-on mod. It's a fantastic mod. There we go. We actually do this. We're going to put some stuff in here. We'll put the pine seeds in there. Well, we'll keep some of the dwarf pine seeds. These seeds in there. The resin in there. Pine wood itself in there. As well as the dwarf pine greens. Put these extra seeds in there as well. And there we go. And that way, we can do this. Put it on our back. Beautiful. It's on our back. Alright. We definitely gotta get a fire going, though. Our character is getting cold. Go. Alright. Get him warmed up. We might go over there and check to see if we can find some clay. Hopefully some reeds, anyways. Go. Alright. While we're sitting here waiting, we're going to go ahead and make ourselves some more food. Very heavy protein diet here. I use these for... Oh, it crashed on me. It does not like opening up the the handbook, apparently. Something about some of these mods in the handbook is just not getting along. So I'm going to have to investigate that. It definitely seems to be something about these dwarf pine seeds. Every time I interact with them and open the handbook, it's like a chance it crashes on me. Didn't have any crashes last episode. This episode we had one, so let's see. Let's see. But overall, you know, so far I'm kind of enjoying it. This is definitely a good bit of a challenge. I'm definitely seeing some mods I'm probably going to include in, you know, my upcoming playthroughs, as well as my upcoming multiplayer server that I've been thinking about. So, if you are interested in the multiplayer server, join my community. I'm talking about it. Currently, the idea is that's for paid members of the community. I do have some free access for people just to hang out. So where'd we... Okay, so it put me back over here before we made the fire. Interesting. It saved me harvesting the seeds, getting the box, but it put the trees back. Alright. It used up my firewood. It did use up some of my firewood. Huh. Well, that's fine. That'll take us 2 seconds to fix this. There we go. Alright, I think I'll go set up under this pine tree over here. This time. Grab a little extra grass while I'm over here. Alright, so 1 grass. Piece of firewood. I'm gonna move this seed out of the way. Grab a torch. Slit. Yep. Alright. I'm gonna eat some of these pine nuts. So that's helping us have some nutrition here. There. How are we doing? Now we're warming up. That's what matters. Once you get a bit more the dried hides, we're gonna make a nice winter coat of some sort, like a fur coat. That'll be helpful. Alright. I'm waiting for this temperature to get back up here a bit. Okay. Our entire nutrition right now is protein. Oh, goodness. It's warming up. It's about noon in the game. That does mean farming is definitely going to have to be an underground thing here. This is not going to be warm enough. And for those who don't know, the closer you get down to, like, the mantle, so the deeper you get down to, like, as far down as you can get, which is mantle, so basically level 0, that's as warm as it gets in the game. So we're going to have to work on doing that, and then we're going to have to figure out if we can find some soil we can actually farm in. There we go, we're getting nice and warm now. We can see if I had any more tree hollows over here. But I don't. What's this here? Heather leaves. I'm not sure what this heather is for. I think it's just supposed to be like flowers or something. Alright. Oh, here we go. We've got... looks like a bunch of flint over here in the rocks. Good. That's all flint. Unlike a lot of these Frozen Earth playthroughs, I did keep on like drifters and such. So, you know, underground is not necessarily safe. Okay. I also added the Fantasy Creatures mod, but I'm not seeing any spawns for those currently. I'm grabbing these extra sticks and all, because that way, if I need to, I can make like an additional something. I can make an additional chest if I want. Oh, that's a deep cave. Kind of want to go poke around in here a little bit, but I don't have a good way in and out. Yeah, not doing that. That cave might be interesting. You might have stuff in it. And I'm not going to go poking my nose where it doesn't belong. Right now, anyways. I'm just not prepared enough for it. Here. I really don't want to be swimming over there, so let's see if we can't find a better way around. Because I also can't make a raft until I can find some source of cordage or rope. I think we're not going to be able to go that way. We'll have to go up over the mountain, I think. So the other problem with those berry bushes is you can't pick those up. I wish you could. I'd totally take those back to my base and just bury them deeper down where they'd be warmer, where they'd actually fruit. The other thing I'm going to try, since I've turned on underground farming, is I want to see if I can do underground beekeeping. One of the things we're going to be experimenting with in this series. And with all this ice and stuff, this would actually be a great series if I had thought about this. To experiment with the mods to let you do things like store ice in your cellars and stuff to extend food perish times. I mean, it's already cold enough that it's not a big deal anyways. Like, my meat and stuff in my house is already lasting like 44 days or some nonsense. Got a lot of flint and quartz over there. I was hoping to find some more signs of something like, you know, cattails or something over here, but I'm not seeing anything of that nature. Lots of quartz and flint, though. What's this? What's this? What's this? Oh, we got some more copper. Nice. Really don't want to be over here when that starts spawning enemies. We're just not staying warm fast at all. Copper there, too. Tons of copper around here, which is great. Alright. Let's grab some more grass while we can. If I could just find some cattails, I'd be very happy. One cattail, great. But we still may be too cold in this area for cattails. So, yeah, got some more flint up there. So what I might do as a workaround for the cattails situation, because I need rope, basically, is I think I'll install the rope from dried grass mod. Because right now, we have no way of getting rope at the moment. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. Because without rope and without clay, we're kind of hindering ourselves pretty badly right now. That's an interesting little cave. So let's work our way back up and over the mountain and back towards base. And see if we can't get warm here again. As well as find some more, you know, food items. I'd love to find some more of those dwarf pines. Got some more flint here. I'm good on flint for the moment. Got some more rocks over there that are uncovered. When you see rocks that aren't covered by snow like that, it usually means flint or copper or some other surface mineral. This is just flint. I was hoping it was copper or something. What's this? What's this? Sandstone gravel. For some reason, this looked like an impact site, but there's nothing here. Just this little gravel pit. There's a nice cave too. Oh, what's this? What's this? We got brown coal. Beautiful. So that could solve some of our problems. Not immediately, but here in the near future. Matter of fact, I think if I look at it, if it's close enough, it might just be like just there behind that rock wall. See, it comes all the way over here too. See, look at that. Lots of brown coal in this area. So that's a very good future find. Well, so brown coal isn't good enough for certain activity. Oh my god, there's more right here. Look at that. Look at that. It's plenty good enough for like smelting and forging, I believe. It's definitely good enough for forging. I don't know if it's actually... It may not get hot enough to smelt copper. What we have here. Look at this. Tons of brown coal up here. This is beautiful. So we can use that brown coal. Okay, here we go. We're gonna take one of these caribou down here. Try to get as close as I can before I throw. There we go. Alright, that's 2 hits on that one. We're going to get a little closer. Chase him down. Because that one caribou will provide us a fair amount of meat. Where are you? Still going this way. There he is. Pretty sure that's him over there. Yeah, that's him. Alright, let's get a little closer. So I'm going to get him before we start taking cold penalties here. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. Oh, he's moving away from us here. So we're trying to get closer to him before we freeze to death. Come on. Don't get too far away from me. He's just going into these bushes here. There he is. Yeah, I hear you. Hold. Oh, I can't believe I made that shot. Look at that. That was like perfect. Alright, he's still low weight, but that's okay. Now what I might do is, because I think a lot of these are actually tameable, technically. We're gonna get these bones too. Yep, alright, let's head back. So we're gonna run back to base real quick. Because one, we're gonna pan through this sand that or gravel that I grabbed. And two, we're gonna get warm. And we're also gonna cook up this meat. Because that's gonna keep us fed for the next day or two. While I decide our next course of action, which I do think our next course of action is going to be like moving towards getting us. We got to find a source of rope. Got some big penguins over here. Those look like some of those larger penguins. Bowtorn. Rather not fight that Bowtorn just yet. Get warm first. I am going to go fight the Bowtorn because I do have X skills installed, so we do want to do combat. Let's see here. I didn't want that there. We're gonna put this block of dirt there. We're gonna put a stack of wood here. And it's already lit. Look at that. Fire just went out a little while ago. Alright. Let's see here. Let's do that. The other thing I gotta do, I gotta figure out this smoke situation, because I need a chimney, but I need this to be enclosed. To get the room bonus. Alright. So let's go ahead and get this basket here. I'm just gonna put it there. There we go. Let's grab these out. I think, well, yeah, this one has my dwarf pine. And that's good there. I thought I had a pine cone in one of these, but that's alright. So what we can do is put these seeds in there. I'll just take these stakes out because I can just use those for things. I'll grab that hide out for now. So I think I have some more small hide somewhere. No, but I do have this, which we can take. Because now I can take this and make another curable hide. There we go. I'm just going to put... I hate to do this, but we're just going to do it. It's a waste of a good piece of fat, but it gets it done. Where's my resin? Where's my resin? Go. Nice. Okay. Alright, I still have this one that I need to do something with. What happens if I stack these? Okay. Put this one in here. So I need some more fat for that. It's gonna go with me here. Keep some of these bones. I'm gonna take this stack of sticks and just put it in there for now. Go get this. And we're gonna make some more of this here meat. Go. Beautiful. And see, look at that. By just rolling it out with the pin, we're making it last a lot longer. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do this time. It turns into bone meal. They can just go into here for now. Alright, so there's that and that. And these two we're gonna take outside with it. I'll show you why I want these sticks. Because what I'm gonna do, basically, trying to get me. Alright. This boat one's gotta go. Let's see. Alright, we had our first fantasy creature mod attack us. Yep. Alright, we're gonna harvest this guy up. Nothing in that one. Got some stuff there. And let's go back over here to this fancy creature we killed. I don't know what this guy has on him. So this is an orc. And we got some stuff off of him. Looks like we got some meat and stuff. And some gears. Oh, we can actually go buy something from the trader. Yes. We got some flax. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, what's going on here? At least some red meat too. Beautiful. Just throw this wood in here. There we go. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Alright, let's get back to what I was doing. Something in front of me there. Because what I was doing I was actually going to see about running prop line. So let me get one more piece of dirt. I'm going to go out to here. And we're going to go here. All the way over to here. Yep. Because in theory, I should be able to set up a trot line between these two. I heard him. Gotcha. So part of the problem is we've got a portal right now. Alright, one more hit. Got it. You hit me. I thought I had him. I waited too long. Hesitated too long. Anything? Nope, nothing. Okay. Oh, no, I got it. I got one of his bone arrows, which would be great if I had a way to make a bow. But alright. It's low temporal rift activity right now. Let's get back into our base here. Put block down. We're gonna put that down. There we go. We got some more meat. Give me the meat. Okay, so it actually doesn't matter, just as long as I put it in here. That's fine. Yeah, there's that. I'm just going to put this in here. I actually think I need... Alright, there we go. I think I need to make one more basket, which I have just enough to do. That's going to be my carrying around basket. This one, I'm going to pick up. I'm going to put it over there in the corner. Alright. Let's top ourselves off on food. Running around out there playing with the mobs and getting injured hurt us pretty bad food-wise. So we're going to go ahead and sleep for the night. Give our character a chance to heal up a bit. Alright. Gonna eat some more food. Right. Good on firewood there. Alright, let's move all of this. And do that, just keep that out of our inventory. Because basically what we can do is we can run a rope between those two, and then attach hooks to it. Look at this. Look at this, like, going on out here. High temporal activity. That's what's going on out here. Which is a bit annoying, considering I just got hurt. I was trying to heal up, not fight more. Mobort. Good word, I can't talk. Mobort. Bowtorn. I can talk. I has words. And I'm going to stick my nose down this cave real quick. Even though this is not safe and I am, well, not officially limited lives, technically speaking. There's flint there. But I need those flint. Looks like this is just a granite cave, maybe? I have turned off temporal stability, so I don't have to worry about that while I'm down underground at all. Nor do I have to worry about cave-ins. What's that? Some of this looks a little different. So I'll just granite. Nothing. Okay. Just weirdly colored granite. That's just a straight down drop. What's that? Drifters. Yep. Lead them out this way, because I don't want to fight the drifters down there. Yeah, that's what I thought. You all stay down there, drifters. This up here. Make sure the temporal rifts haven't moved over here. Alright, so we've kind of explored all this island has to offer, so we need to get over there to the next island, I think. Because we need clay, and we need a source of rope. Now, as I said, I'm already considering adding the mod that lets me make rope from grass, because that's actually a very normal thing. We have long grass like this. I may do that in here real quick. Yep. The reason I want to do that is one that'd let me make a raft, which would be very important. That'd let me go do exploration and stuff a little easier. Alright, what am I doing on rope? Well, grass. Well, we've got some. At least we're getting some grass here. I already used some to make myself, you know, Actually, I have enough to do. Go. One more of those. Perfect. Alright. So we have these sea berries. What are these doing? Empty. Empty. They're too cold. Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to go back to the house. And we're going to just quickly pause the episode for a second. And I'm going to add the mod that lets me make rope from grass, just because the lack of cattails and such on this starting area is really kind of hindering us pretty badly. The real problem is going to be getting past all of these temporal rifts up here that are at my house. It was interesting seeing our first orc, though. I've heard they can be a little sneaky like that. That one's just sitting quite literally on top of the house. We've got a rabbit. Hello, rabbit. Goodbye, rabbit. Alright, I'm gonna take that hide. Go. So now we should be able to, instead of having to use a wooden block here, or a dirt block, I mean, I should just be able to go. There we go. Now it's nice and safe, secure, and I'm gonna cook this meat, so I have a little bit of meat there. That's not cured. Not cured. These are drying out, which is a problem. That's one of the things I want to do real quick is get rid of this. I don't need the small boons. Yep. Alright. I'll be right back. I'm going to add that mod real quick to allow me to make rope from grass. Give me just a second, folks. Alright, folks, we're loading back in after I've installed the grass to ropes mod, just because lack of rope is really going to be a problem. But we're waiting for it to load back in here. Looks like that's all good. Now, one other thing I noticed that this mod does is it looks like it lets you make flax out of enough grass. Basically, if you get like a whole bunch of grass, make grass bundles, then you can apparently get enough to make flax twine, or twine out of it, I think is what I was seeing. So we're going to investigate that. That may be a little broken. It may not do that, but we'll see. So I may have to add that as another self-imposed limitation. Although it did look like it took quite a significant amount. Like probably, 2 or 3 hay bales worth of grass to make one, fiber. Which, considering how slow grass is growing in the game, here we go. Alright, so let's see here. Go into our handbook. So we just break. Okay, good. Grass. Okay. We're just gonna not sure how to make these things here. Okay, so there we go. There's our grass bundles. Alright. And then to make a rope. It's the same price as cattails, just now you have to make the grass bundles first. There we go. So I have enough to make 2 ropes. Yeah, I don't think that's too broken. There we go. Alright. Cool. There we go. Take that. And so basically it works out to be double the amount of grass to make, 1 rope as it would be for cattails. Which, okay. We'll use this as a temporary solution. For now. Alright. Now... I kind of want to try something real quick. Because we're going to need more food. And we got our small skeleton back, which I didn't really want. There we go. Out of my thing here. Okay, so I need to put this into... Let's try cordage first here. Okay, so I did go the wrong way on that. So. Because I'm trying to figure out how to run this all the way between the two. That's not what I want. Why'd you go on that side? Do that. Okay, that's not what I want. Okay. Alright, here we go. Shit. What's it take to make this fish basket? You know what? We'll make the fish basket first. Because we know the fish basket works. We'll figure out the tram line here later. I have enough rope now to make a fish basket. Okay, let's do that. So let's see. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, 4. Yep, there we go. Fish basket. Beautiful. There we go. Alright, so in theory, that should catch fish now. But I am going to get some more grass, and we're going to make some more rope. Because more rope will help us out. I'm going to figure out this tramline thing. Actually, let's do this real quick. Let's just go fishing. Let's see here. There's like all the different things we can make. Let's go to steak here. Let's go. Let's just delete this out because it's primitive survival. It's going to be this, and then reed baskets, limb line or trot line, using cordage and perhaps stakes. Choose any suitable block, like, okay. Your trot line, place another suitable block directly across the river from it. And then with cordage, activate in your active inventory target. One stake. Okay. Limb line. Okay. Anyways, I don't know how to connect them up, but that's fine. Because what we can do is we can just go through and hook. We'll just do some short ones. We've just got like one line out in the water, basically. We've got 4 hooks, so like 4 lines going. This is a good way for us to get a bit of food kind of saved up here. Let's see here. Trying to get a little more grass. Alright. Is that a penguin? These emperor penguins are big. mostly doing this just because I need the food right now. Okay. Looks like headshots do matter. Alright, there we go. I think we can't find some more grass now. Our character freezes to death. There's some grass right there. More. There's some. Alright. Oh my goodness. Those penguins. They are quite loud, aren't they? There we go. That's enough grass for what we need for the moment. Let's get back to our base. I'm not going to complain about these emperor penguins right now, though, because they're keeping us alive. Providing food, sustenance. So, good penguins. You may be noisy, but you're my noisy penguins. A little bit of grass. Alright. So let's get in here. Let's get some more firewood. Firewood? Yeah. Come here, firewood. I need you. Yeah. Alright. Cool. Gotta get this going before we freeze to death here. Yeah, I'm gonna close that off just to help preserve some of the heat. I don't know if it actually matters, but it makes you feel like it should. Save this grass because I'm not going to turn that into rope. There's another rope, and then we need some cordage. Alright, and then the other thing we need, I need 2 of these hooks. 2. Go. Alright. Food on the fire. Food's not going to do any good if it's not cooked right. That way. Alright, so these penguin pelts won't... Doesn't look like they go bad. Okay, so they do count as different things. Interesting. Just put that one down there. Alright. As soon as this is done cooking, we're gonna go put the other one on here. Let's go get these fish trap, or these fish lines set up. Out that way, then out that way. There we go. One hook, 2 hooks. There we go. I don't know if this trap shows if there's any fish in it. That's, the others normally do, so I assume it probably will. Go. Keep ourselves nice and safe in here. Go. Got that meat. This meat on the fire. Oh, good. We've got some fat. Don't we have one of these that is not curing? This one. This one is not curing. Now it is. Bring it beside. Put this one down. Yep. It's beautiful. Right, just throw that in there. It's almost cured. That's cured. Okay. What can we make? Right, to make the warm coat, we need 3 large pelts. But that's fine. I think we have 3 large pelts. Are you cured? Ah, we're 92% cured. 92%. We're almost cured. Alright, let's grab this. I'm gonna make some more food real quick. Ooh, and can we do the same thing with this? Okay. Ah, yes, we can. And it also provides more nutritional value that way. Go. Nice. It's a meat-heavy diet, folks, but it's getting us through. That's something I want to look at. Let's see here. I saw something about the realistic smoke in here. Beehive kills. Alright. Real smoke. Alright. Fire needs to breathe. Okay, yep. Without proper ventilation, can rise through chimneys. Okay. How do we make a chimney? We need bricks. Okay. Note to self, we should make a chimney. I think that'll let us enclose this area. While I wait for that to cook, what we're gonna do a little bit of panning. Because one, that'll get this sandstone out of my house, and two, maybe we'll get some more copper. But we did get some more copper. Okay. Alright. Here, go get my chicken real quick. There we go. Well, it's not chicken, it's penguin. My snow chicken. So the penguins are now. They're snow chicken. How's this affecting my temperature? It's not. Ah, that's nice. It doesn't appear to be affecting my character's temperature by sitting here. So we can pan in comfort in here. Oh, we got some metal bits. Try not to do too much panning, because it does burn a lot of calories in this game. Like, your character will burn a lot of calories from panning. Oh, we got some clay. Look at that. It's not enough clay, but we have some now, technically. Look at that, we got some blue clay. That's the other reason the painting's good. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna need another basket at this rate. Did I use up all those? Goodbye. I guess I did use up all these birch canes. Interesting. Alright, I thought I had more than that. Let's see here. Put some of the bones in here. There's my copper right there. Alright, let's head out here real quick. Keep that nice and sealed up. I don't expect to see any fish, like, immediately, because one, we don't have any bait on the hooks. Oh, man. Still high activity out here. Alright. We are on the hunt for more rope. Because more rope will let us get it wrapped. Alright. Oh my goodness. What kind of penguins are these guys? Oh my god. Yeah, it's so loud. Oh, these are like baby emperor penguins. Okay. That is a ton of them. What is this guy? What's this? What are you? What are you, cute little thing? That's a cute little animal, whatever that was that's running away from us. Looks like some sort of like Arctic wolf. Fox, maybe? What are you? It's a red fox. Alright, we're gonna leave the fox alone though. We're not gonna hunt it. As much as I might enjoy having the extra meat around, I'm not gonna hunt the Arctic fox. It's adorable though. The other problem we got is with it being so cold all the time. All the grass is like just buried under the snow. Which is a bit of a nuisance. Let's head up this way, see if we see anything interesting real quick. I don't expect we will. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen any polar bears, but I'm not going to complain about not seeing any polar bears right now. Kind of wondering if there's something messed up with the creature spawns because of all the different mods I've got, and the fact that I didn't turn off the temporal rifts. But you know, well, that may be a problem. It's kind of saving me right now as far as dealing with things like polar bears and stuff, so I can complain about that. Hopefully, as we move further out, we'll see other stuff. I mean, we did see an orc earlier. That was new. The orc dropped some decent loot, too. What's that over there? What's that? What's that? Oh, that's just a bush. Second there, that bush was moving around back and forth. That was something like a creature wandering back and forth into the bush there. Nope, just a bush. Move back this way, because we're not going to find a whole lot of grass over here. There. Something. Oh, this grass has been eaten. See? If I don't break it with my hand first, it cuts off the top of the grass before I can get it. Interesting. That feels like some sort of weird bug. Alright. How are we doing? Go. Okay, well that's one rope. We need at least 3 to make a normal raft. There's apparently like a primitive raft in primitive survival we can make. I don't remember how much rope it needs, if any. Let's see here. Raft. Yeah, primitive raft. So it basically needs 2 ropes. Which is going to be 6 grass, roughly. No, it's going to be like 12 grass. And we already have 1 rope, so we'll be alright there. Let's head back to base. The character's getting cool. There's one of those muskox things. I kind of want to hunt it. You're already cold. How tough are you? Where are you? Muskox. Alright. That was a mistake. This penguin is like flying. Walking on water. Missed. Alright. So I want that, because that's going to be like a lot of meat, I think. Like, yeah, we're going to get cold. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd my muskox go? There it is. Alright, alright. So we're going to keep chasing it out towards the water because it's going to keep trying to get back to the shore. Alright. Yeah, I know. Vince. Man, I almost hit that. Alright. Let's see if it drowned. That's the thing that can happen. They can drown. But if they drowned, I think you lose the meat. Where'd my spear go? Spear? I think the muskox drowned. Nope, there's my spear, though. Yep. Alright. Can I harvest any of this? What is this? I don't get anything for kelp. Okay. Dang it. Dang it. I didn't get my muskox. Alright, back to the house before we freeze to death here. Then past the penguins. Yeah, so if they drowned, you don't get the meat or anything. You don't get to butcher them, annoyingly. And I think that's a change. I think that's a change from primitive survival. Yeah. Alright, at least we're in here and we're warmish, but we don't have much fuel. Alright. That's one bundle of grass. Too little. At least we have some food, though. Eat the food. Do I have any more fuel for the fire? No. Nothing. Is this ready? Yes. Yes, this is ready. Go. And so now if I do this, yes, warm coat. Here we go. Oh, there it goes. Can I do anything with this? Can I, like, what's that? No. Sadly, I can't do anything with that. But that's okay. Because that's another 5 degrees of warmth for us there. Basically, we got to keep our warmth up above, like, 0. So that's 3, 8, basically 2. And then another basically 3. We do some rounding, so basically 3. Yeah, between these two we've got 3.3 and then another 5, so it's 3.7, so that's 6.3, I mean, plus another 5.4, so that's 11.7, plus the hat is 12, 13.2, yeah, 13.5. So yeah, there we go. We should be good down to negative 14 now. Alright, so let's go get some more grass. Because we can. Like that. Grass that just popped up right there. Look at that. That was one of the 2 we need. So now we just need like 1 more. Yes, I've got all this around here. There we go. There it is. Here's our 2 ropes that we need. Our primitive boat. So let's go cut down a tree real quick. This one right here. It looks like it's volunteering to be wrapped. We're gonna see how this primitive raft goes. On tree. Yep. Get everything. Alright. We're gonna plant this pine tree back right there. There we go. Alright. Now we take these and this. Should be able to do that. And then do this. And now we have a primitive raft you should be able to use just by walking out into the water. There we go. Oh, look at that, folks. It's a raft. There we go. So now we have a raft we can take with us. And now let's make some more firewood, since we've run out of firewood now. But alright, I'm going to stop this episode there, folks. It's been an adventure. We had to figure out a way to make rope. We've done some hunting. We fought our first orc which thankfully dropped some food that we could eat. We're running low on food again, but you know, that's kind of the nature of these frozen survival lands. But now we have a raft, so we can sail to go find new places with hopefully new resources. And yeah, we'll continue it on. Thank you all for joining me. This has been Thal McRom playing a bit of Vintage Story in our frozen survival world that we're calling the Frostbitten Realms. And, you know, I want to appreciate everybody who watches these videos, appreciate my Patreons who help support the channel. And again, over the next, couple weeks, particularly right after Thanksgiving, I'm going to be working with my community on setting up a multiplayer server. So if people are interested, links to join the community are down below. We'll catch you all in the next episode, and thank you all so much. Have a great one.